live stream the new Capture One workflow. It's so awesome to see all you there. How we were doing this basically 2 or 3 years ago. So somehow with the appearance of all these amazing new AI tools, our editing process changed drastically. And this is what I would like to discuss today. And I have prepared a lot of practical examples of how you can now edit images in Capture One and build effective image editing process. So let's begin. Yeah, I see Arthur from Portugal. Awesome. Daniel from Denver and Sergio from Romania. Uwe from Germany, Perry from Einfeld. Awesome. Okay, so here's the plan for today. First, we're going to discuss what is the new Capture One workflow. So, what is this thing? Then, I'm going to show you several practical workflows for outdoor shootings, which actually is pretty similar to weddings that you might shoot or any outdoor portrait sessions that you might have. Also, I have prepared a separate studio workflow, so we will also discuss this. And yeah, I have also prepared landscape workflow because I have received a lot of comments that, well, portrait editing features in Capture One are now awesome, but I'm a landscape photographer and I would like to edit landscapes, so could you please show something regarding landscapes? And actually, I have something to show. So these new AI powered tools, they of course are designed for portraits in mind, as I understand them. But still, you can easily use them for landscapes as well. Not all of them, but some of them are actually really useful for landscape photography. After this, I will share some really nice bonus with you, and this is going to be all styles and all scripts that I will show today. So today I'm going to show you several styles and several scripts, and all of them you will be able to download absolutely free of charge. And after that, we will also discuss some really nice and free AI tools for photographers. So let's see. Yeah, I see new participants. Jack from Philadelphia, Steve from Quebec. Yeah, fantastic. Okay, so let's start with a question: what is this new Capture One workflow? Basically, what I'm going to show you today looks like this. Let me show you. So here we have three absolutely different portrait images. I mean, kind of like they're from the same session, but they have different exposure and different white balance, and they are pretty different in all other senses. The new Capture One workflow allows you to adjust all your photo shoot in not a single click. Okay, so kind of like I said, I have prepared a style that can adjust such images in a single click, but way faster than before. So basically, you can do editing like this. So as you can see, in about 10 seconds, we've got 3 absolutely fantastic edits. And as you can see, all these images are adjusted uniquely, and all of them have unique masks and unique layers. So for instance, each image has a unique background and subject mask, and unique face and skin masks, and also eyes are masked and adjusted as well. And this way you can adjust every image in absolutely unique way if you would prepare an excellent reference. And this is what we're going to discuss today. We're going to discuss how to prepare the single reference that will adjust all your photo shoot. And also, all these images are now retouched. So let's deselect some of the images. Let's zoom in, and I will also show you the new AI retouching tool that allows you, as you can to get actually pretty impressive skin retouching. So, what is this new Capture One workflow? Previously, raw editing was very repetitive thing. So we tend to repeat the same editing on every image over and over again, because yeah, for sure we were able to copy and paste some adjustments, but when it comes to layers and masks, you had to do all manually, and that was actually the real problem, because what we're going to do now is to minimize these manual edits. So we're focusing on minimum repetitive editing and maximum smart automation. And I'm saying smart automation because yes, some of these tools are AI tools, but also we're going to use smart adjustments and smart culling for quick image selection. So it's not only AI in this kind of like classical sense, but various smart automations, including actually the regular auto adjustments. Some of them are absolutely amazing and you can rely on them. For instance, auto levels is a perfect tool that you can easily use, and you can easily predict what result you would get if you would auto adjust your images with auto levels. What are the key parts of this new Capture One workflow? Well, for different genres, these steps will vary a bit, and as you will see with landscapes, you would not be able to apply all of them, but still, in general, here is what we're going to do today. So first of all, we're going to use smart culling. So we're going to cull images using face focus and using the groups feature that allows us to cull images way faster than before. And also we're going to use smart adjustments, as I think it's one of the most underrated tools of Capture One, and in the recent releases developers have even removed this tool from the default workspace. I think that's not fair, to be honest, because it's an amazing tool, and this tool is a very important part of our new workflow. Then we're going to use auto adjustments such as AI crop, levels, rotation, keystone, and dust removal. All these tools are pretty reliable in auto mode, well, except for rotation. Sometimes it offers really nice surprises, but still nice to have it. Next we have Next, we are going to find reference look using such tools as match look, styles, and also I will show you how you can find an interesting look using AI generated images. One of the final but not final steps or step of our workflow is AI masks. We're going to use subject mask, background mask, people masking. We're going to create a lot of masks, because and not just masks, but AI masks, because the idea of this new workflow is to create many masks for various areas of your image, adjust them the right way, and then just copy and paste them to all your images and auto-adjust uniquely every image in your photo shoot. And finally, we now have AI retouching that allows us to finish this process of image editing. So basically, we don't need to use any other software. Well, okay, you know, I'm not a Capture One developer and I'm not a Capture One salesman or something. I'm not even affiliated with Capture One. So, well, to be honest, that's not entirely true. So sometimes I'm still using Photoshop and sometimes I'm using Retouch for Me plugins, because I think they are just amazing. And until Capture One has not introduced analogs for all of them. For instance, Retouch for Me plugins have also amazing plugins for removing skin shine. I think at some point Capture One will also add such a slider or a tool to the AI retouching tool in Capture One, but until then, it makes sense to use some other third-party apps. But in general, you can perform all the editing in Capture One alone. Yeah, so this is what we're going to discuss today. Let me check the chat. Jack is asking, I have to leave the live YouTube stream. Will I be able to view it later? Yeah, for sure. The recording will be available. But if you have any questions, you can also ask them now, and I will answer them, so don't worry. Daniel is writing, I think they plan to keep developing and expanding AI retouching. Yeah, I agree here. I also see this. I mean, kind of like I have no insider information, but I see that they are definitely going this direction, and I think that's really smart move, and I really enjoy using their recent developments. So it's actually really good tools. Okay, so before we proceed to practicing with all these tools, I would like to make an announcement that I'm launching a new course, and this course is called Become an AI Native Photographer. So the idea is that this is a live streaming course, just like this live stream, but for a small group of photographers, and we're focusing on discovering the most important, the most the key tools and key features that all modern photographers should know and use, because I'm practicing AI and AI photography actually for many years. I started my AI startup in the field of photography in 2021, so before ChatGPT. So I'm very experienced in AI editing, and on this live streaming course we're going to discuss all the tools you need to know. So you can check alexandra.com/AI native. Let's open this link, and we're going to have 4 lessons, each 2 hours long, and the first lesson starts July 6th. That's my time zone time. So like all the lessons will start at the same time as this live stream. So it's 5 p.m. UTC. So you can easily calculate like what is your time. So it's basically every lesson will start the same time as this live stream. And the first lesson on July 6th will be all about power skills, AI power skills for photographers. We're going to discuss which models to choose for your work. So for instance, I'm going to discuss with you what is the difference between top LLMs such as Gemini or ChatGPT or Claude. Also, I will compare different free and paid tools. And of course, I will prepare for you a lot of various bonuses such as workbooks and databases of AI tools, and also a really handy LLM comparison quick chart. So this is something that you would be able to use for a long time. Still, AI is evolving drastically, so that's why I'm running online courses now, because I think it's just pointless to record courses about AI, because we are seeing changes basically every day almost. So our second lesson is about AI powered image editing, and here we are going to discuss topics similar to our today's lesson, but way deeper with way more practical examples, and of course I will be able to answer all your questions as well. Next, we're going to discuss generative AI for photographers. So I will show you how to use the top AI image generation tools such as Flux Context. If you never heard about this model, it's a really impressive model that allows you to modify images using AI, and the original image basically stays the same, but you can just change any part of the image the way you need. Very impressive thing, highly recommend you to check out. And finally, we will discuss AI-powered marketing tools for photographers. I will show you how to create texts using AI that sound as human written texts, and how to find clients using AI, and how to prepare for the new world of LLM search, because a lot of people are now searching not in Google but in Gemini or in ChatGPT. So that's a new reality. You can't rely on Google or Bing and other search engines anymore. If you join this course, you will also gain access to my recorded course, Practical AI. That's a 2 hours recorded course where I cover a lot of fundamental knowledge and features of ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, DeepSeek, and other LLMs, and I'm also sharing a lot of tricks how to use them. Right now, there are 5 spots left with the founders group. So the price of this live streaming course will increase, and so there are only 5 founders spots left, and you will get a significant discount, and also you will get one-on-one half-an-hour personal consultation with me, so we can discuss any questions you have about AI or Capture One if you wish, and this way you will get absolutely unique experience, and you will get answers to all your questions that you have about AI. Yeah, so feel free to join. There are only 5 founders spots left, so if you'd like to get the maximum benefits, you can join now while these spots are still here. So let me see. Craig is asking, would you recommend this course for Digitex? Well, in the sense of image editing for sure. So a lot of tricks that I'm going to show you show you in this course are 100% related to Digitex as well, and the same for AI image generation. So it's actually it's going to be very relevant for all Digitex as well. Regarding the marketing, well, you might not use these tools for this particular tasks, but the knowledge that you will get is actually you can use it any way you want. So for instance, not only for photography, yeah, but for any live tasks, and you will know how to get the maximum from LLMs such as ChatGPT or Gemini. Yeah, so let's see. Yeah, we have finally have a summer here in Tallinn. That's why it's a little bit hot here. It might be shocking for Americans, but here in Estonia we don't have air conditioners. Yeah. when I just moved to Estonia, I just thought like, what? Like, how do you live without air conditioning? But yeah, we live. Okay, so now let's see all the new tools in action. So let's start with outdoor photography, and I'm going to open my cheat sheet with my workflow. Let me see. Yeah, so we're starting with smart image culling, and let's turn on culling. And basically there are the most important features you need to be aware of. This is enable groups and face focus settings. So in the case of face focus settings, I recommend you to set limit to face to always see the face, because what is the problem with the 100% zoom is that when you're zooming your image 100%, sometimes it might work well, like here, pretty fine result. But for instance, if you're shooting with a camera like Fujifilm, you know, this 100 megapixel camera, well, you might have issues because your 100% zoom will be like too large for this small area, and you would not be able to evaluate the quality of your images this way. So I recommend you to set it to limit to face or limit to eye. So it depends. I usually prefer limit to face because this way you will see all the faces and all the eyes. Again, if you're shooting with some multi-megapixel camera, you might have an issues with this. And also regarding the groups, that's the second and really important feature for smart culling. And here basically you have only one setting, the slider similarity, that basically sets how many groups of similar images you're going to have. So let me resize this window a bit so it would fit better my current, yeah, like this. So let's see, for instance, if I'm going to lower the similarity, you see now I have a lot of not really similar but somehow similar images in a single group, which is not good, to be honest. 50% offers better results. So as you can see, they are pretty similar, but still it's not, you know, like not the same images. And if you're increasing similarity like 65 or 60, you're basically getting just the right result. So here, as you can see, we have almost two identical images, and you just need to pick one that will work better for your photo shoot. So the idea of working with groups is that all you need to do is to remember some shortcuts. So first shortcut is left and right arrow keys that allows you to quickly switch between images in a single group. So when you're switching between groups with up and down arrow keys, you can use left and right arrow keys to quickly choose an image that you enjoy. And also, if you're importing images, you can pick them for import. But if you already working with imported images, you can just set ratings, for instance 0 or 5. So it depends on your way of culling, but you just need to remember these simple shortcuts. So also you can use shortcut G to quickly turn on and off the viewer, and also you can double click on an image to zoom in. That's also a really handy feature, because sometimes it's not enough to see the face in this small area. Sometimes you need to evaluate focus or the quality of the image on various other areas of this shot. So, and it works really fast, like lightning fast. So use it for sure. Again, just let's see how we can cull such images. For instance, here, what we're going to do is just to select one image that we like the most, for instance this one, and I'm going to deselect all the other images. I always prefer to deselect images than select them, because I think that this way we are decreasing the amount of possible errors during the culling process. Okay, here basically I don't like both of them. So, and this way we are culling images. I'm not going to cull all the photo shoot because it's a really technical job. So you just need to get the idea of how you should do this. So you shouldn't do this the old way. You need to work with groups of similar images, and just quickly pick the best image from each group. Now, the most exciting part, yeah, we are switching to the next step, and the next step is smart adjustments. What is the idea of smart adjustments and when you need to use them? So first of all, you don't have to use them all the time, and especially it has little sense to use them for studio photo sessions. So usually you're going to use them in outdoor photo shoots like this one. So you see here, these images were taken with auto white balance and auto exposure, and that's why, despite the fact that all of them are taken in basically the same conditions, they are all a bit different. As you can, like, these are a bit too bright, these are extremely cool, and this one actually is really nice, as well as this one. And well, here we have just incredible overexposed area. So yeah, so that's pretty typical for all the outdoor shots, such as weddings, for instance. So for wedding photography, smart adjustments are amazing. And let's see how to work with them and why we are adjusting them right now. So as you can see, the next step is auto adjustments, such as levels and rotation and AI crop. And the problem is that there is little sense of setting auto levels when you when your exposure is not balanced. So for instance, let's take this image, and here I'm going to let's say auto adjust levels, and you see kind of like it doesn't work the way it should work. Now let's correct exposure like this, and after that I'm going to use levels, and the result is pretty different. Well, that's not the best example, but I think you got the ideas. So because the exposure and white balance would have a huge impact on all our future auto adjustments. That's why you need to perform smart adjustments before them. So let me lower the layers area a bit. Okay, so let's see how this works in practice. I'm going to find some image that looks really nice. Well, it could be these images or this one as well. Let's proceed with this one because it's pretty balanced in many senses. So all you need to do is just to use this selected oh no, it's a match look. So actually all you need to do is to add the smart adjustments tool, because it's absent in the default workflow. So let's reset here. So I have already added, but if you don't know how to add the tool, just right click on the tool tab, add tool, and look for smart adjustments, and here they are. Set as reference, and then all you need to do is just to select all your images and click apply. So this way we're balancing white balance and exposure, only these two adjustments on all our selected images. The result is not perfect, but way better than it was before. So just take a look at this. See, kind of like we have an extremely better result now, and actually we can easily work with these images now, because yeah, we have very balanced images, and that's great. So what we're going to do next, let's check our plan. So the next step is auto adjustments, and in this case I would use levels, because levels are 100% reliable. Because the reason why they are so reliable is that in Capture One settings, in the exposure adjustments, you can actually set auto levels clipping thresholds. So you can actually just set like which part of your image auto levels could clip, and that's why you can just be 100% sure that auto levels will not harm your image. If I would shoot some architecture shots, I would use keystone as well, and dust removal if I would have some issues with dust on my camera sensor. Regarding the AI crop, that's a tough question, because unfortunately AI crop in Capture One doesn't work the way that some, let's say, wedding photographers would wish it to work. It's more suitable for studio photographers who are especially shooting some maybe like still images, or images for some ads or for catalogs of different products. So this is something that AI crop will handle really well. In our case, I'm going to use levels and dust removal, because rotation, well, my personal experience with the auto rotation is that it works well sometimes fantastically well when you really need to rotate your image, but sometimes yeah, the problem is that sometimes it also affects images that you don't need to rotate, that are already pretty nicely, that already look pretty nicely, and then this tool will rotate them and actually will make them worse. So that's why I'm going to use only two auto tools: levels and dust removal. So let's apply them, auto adjust. We're going to wait just a little bit, and as you can see, now we're getting a really accurate levels correction, auto levels correction, because we have balanced exposure, and that's why all our images, well, they actually look really good now. So as you can see, color, the exposure is now really nicely balanced. But that's only the beginning of our process. So the next step is to find the reference look. So there are several ways how to do this, and I will show some of them on later, some of them a bit later on the next set of images. So here, let's use the match look style that again is available for you for free. A bit later I will share you the link where you can download them. I'm going to use a style from my adaptive style set. So adaptive styles, they use match look to apply color grading. That's why, for instance, like when you hover your cursor over such a style, you don't see the preview of the style, and that, well, to be honest, that's not really convenient. But the feature is that this style will not just blindly apply some set of adjustments. No, it will apply a look, and this look will apply uniquely to any image you're working with. So for instance, here, as you can see, it works pretty well, but I'm going to apply it to a new layer. So this is our basic layer of color grading. I'm going to lower the opacity to decrease the impact of this style. And yeah, so that was the first step. Now let's see what we have next. The next one is AI masks, and this is actually the most important step in our process. So what I'm going to do here is, first of all, I'm going to create background mask like this and subject mask. And for background mask, I would like to adjust maybe the curve a bit. Yeah, something like this. So I would like to, to make the background a bit cooler, to add this warm, cool contrast to enhance the depth of our images. And next I'm going to add clarity and maybe dehaze the background just a bit, and also a little bit of contrast. Yeah, like this. Regarding this subject, well, I'm not going to do much, because in general I'm perfectly fine with the current look, but I maybe increase dehaze just a bit. I think it's beneficial. Well, it's actually really slight correction, but I think it's important for portraits, because basically your editing is built of such small adjustments, kind of like it's image editing is not about just applying a single look or something like this. It's about adjusting many different tools and adjustments, and that forms the final picture. Okay, so we have background mask and subject mask. What we're going to adjust next? I'm going to turn to the people masking, and also I'm going to use my styles from my adaptive style set. And first is going to adjust lips. So the feature of the style is that you just click the style and it creates a mask that covers the lips and applies a nice adjustment to make the lips more vibrant and add some volume to the lips. And also I'm going to enhance the eyebrows the same way. It's also the style from the set that allows you to quickly adjust eyebrows. Now I'm going to work with pupil and iris, because I would like to enhance the eyes as well. So here I'm going to increase exposure, contrast, saturation, and clarity, maybe a bit of dehaze like this, because I would like to make the eyes more pronounced here. Also, what else we can adjust here? Also, I would like to adjust hair, because I would like to make them more to add contrast and clarity, to make them more depth, to make them more deep, and volume as well. Yeah, like this. Maybe a little bit of HDR corrections would help here. Yeah, like this. And yeah, body skin, face skin, pupil, sclera. Yeah, basically this is it. So we have a set of, let's increase the size of this tool to medium size. So we have a set of different AI masks, and as you can see, there are, all of them have such icons that represent that these are not regular masks but AI masks, and that means that they adapt to your images. And also, I'm going to apply retouching. Not really powerful, because in general the skin is nice, and also I would like not to get rid of the moles and birthmarks here. So I'm going to work with dark circles under the eyes, and also I'm going to even the skin. And by the way, when you're using this tool, even skin, at first I thought that it's about skin tone, but no, that's not a replacement for skin tone. It's actually an absolutely separate tool that even out the contrast of the skin. So as you can see, we're adjusting how contrast is our skin. So I'm going to set settings like this. The texture slider adjusts how many texture of skin texture you're going to preserve when you're going to adjust your image, and maybe just a little bit of contouring. Contouring adds additional volume to the face, but be careful with the slider, because it works perfectly and amazingly well with some images, but doesn't fit other images at all. So something like this. And here I'm going to, so I think this is it. I think we have got a pretty nice editing. And so what we're going to do now you just need to copy all the layer adjustments we did. So only layer adjustments and retouching. So don't copy exposure, don't copy color, because all the other adjustments, including auto levels and all this, it was applied uniquely to every image, and you don't need to copy them. Copy only layers and retouching. Now I'm going to select all my images and click apply, and here we're going to wait a bit. I will answer the questions from the chat meanwhile. Dmitry is asking, with Founder Circle, will we have access to course recordings? Well, all the course participants will have access to course recording, because despite the fact that this is an online live streaming course, you will have access to the stream recordings, but I'm not going to sell these stream recordings separately as a separate product, because I just think that it's pointless. I plan to run this course several times a year, and I think this is how online courses work in the era of AI. But you will have access to all the recordings if you join this live streaming course. Okay, the editing is done, and let's see. So yeah, as you can see, the result is just drastic. So we edited the whole photo shoot in a couple of minutes, and now almost all our images are basically, well, not perfect, but actually really well edited. Now, I would like to show you one thing that will enhance your editing. Unfortunately, it's Mac only, because it's based on scripts for Capture One, and they're available on Mac only. But recently, I have released my own AI agent to create Capture One scripts. You can find the yeah, that's incorrect. Okay, you can access it by going to alexandra.com/scripts, and you will access my AI agent. And this agent is trained to create reliable Capture One scripts. How you can use it in Capture One. And by the way, I'm testing this agent at the moment, and if you will just register at this website, you will gain up to 5 free credits, so you can generate up to 5 scripts absolutely free of charge. So how it works. So for instance, we have a lot of different images here, and as you can see, on some of them, for instance here, I would like to adjust only the image subject layer. So I don't need to adjust anything else. I just would like to adjust only the subject layer. The problem is that if I would like to work with the subject layer, I need to select it manually on every image, and that is really time consuming. So for instance, using my agent, you can just write create a script that selects the subject layer 1 on all my selected images. Click send. The agent will think a bit and offer, and if it's possible to create such a script, the agent will offer the algorithm how such a script should work. Let's wait a bit. Yeah, it offered the algorithm. I'm not going to develop it now because it will take some time. Usually it takes 2 or 3 or 5 minutes depending on the difficulty of the script. I'm not going to do this now because I just created the same script just before the live stream. So what we're going to do here, I'm going just to select all my images and use this script. set subject mask one layer on selected images. This is it. On all my images, the subject mask one is now an active layer. So now, for instance, if you would like to adjust, let's say here, I can just use the quick edit, speed edit keys to quickly edit the subject. So you don't need to switch layers, because on all my images, subject mask one is now selected. And you can download this script free of charge. You can just go to alexandra.com/bonus, subscribe to my newsletter. If you already subscribed, don't worry, it will not duplicate your subscription. Just enter your email, subscribe, and you will gain access to this script and all the styles I am showing on this live stream. So again, here, like this. So as you can see, I'm just switching to the next image, and I don't need to switch to the subject layer. It happens. It already happened because we ran the script, and now all the subject masks are selected. And the same way, you can create scripts for any for any actions you would like to automate. And he's asking, how are you showing the mask in red? What key command for mask visibility settings? By default, it's M. The M key shows the current the current mask. Carl is asking, what version are you working on? That's let's see. That's 16.6.1. So that's not the newest, because if I remember correctly, Capture One has just released 16.6.2 update with some bug fixes and some new cameras, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, but I'm working with basically the most newest version. Okay, so this way you can easily adjust all your images. And also I have an interesting another script to show you. The idea, this script was generated not by me, but one of the users of my agent. But I just thought that the idea of the script is just so amazing that like all of you should use it. So as you can see, for instance, here or there, there is an issue with the subject and background mask. Sometimes this happens, and in this case you can just erase part of the subject mask, for instance, like this. And now we have a problem, because we have the correct subject mask but incorrect background mask. So if you will run the script, which is called copy subject mask to background and invert. And this is what is going to happen. You see, now we have perfectly matching subject and background masks, because what the script just did, it just copied the subject mask to background mask and inverted. And that's why we have absolutely correct mask, and it works on all the images you have selected. Yeah, so this way you can easily adjust images. You see, for instance, here we adjust this image basically automatically. So that's about outdoor workflow. We have if you have any questions, let me know. I'm watching the chat. Yeah, so again, let me repeat all the links. So my upcoming live streaming course, Become an AI Native Photographer. Just go to alexandra.com/AI native and you will access this. page. For scripts, go to alexandra.com/scripts. For bonuses, go to alexandra.com/bonus, and you will be able to download all the styles and scripts that I'm showing here. But the studio workflow is a bit different. Let me show you. Oh, that's the white. Okay. Yeah, okay, I have already reset adjustment. Okay, so let's see how to adjust the studio shots and what we have here. Again, let's check our plan. So smart culling stays the same. I'm not going to spend your time on this because it's basically absolutely the same. You just need to master, not even master, just get used to face focus and working with groups, and you are all set. So kind of like no problem with this at all. Smart adjustments. In most of the cases, smart adjustments are not suitable for studio workflows. So that's the problem, and actually they most probably will do more harm if you will use them for studio photography. The problem is that smart adjustments are not copying the adjustments. They are kind of like trying to guess, trying to recreate the similar picture. And if you're going to use them on images taking in the same conditions, absolutely the same conditions, because like as you can see, basically all the images here are pretty the same. In this case, most probably all images will be a bit different, and that's not what you would like to get from such a smart tool as smart adjustments. So I generally recommend to avoid smart adjustments for studio shots, except if you somehow have absolutely different white balance or exposure on your studio shots, but most probably that's not the case. Next, auto adjustments. AI crop. Well, and if you have some incorrect exposure or white balance, just set it on one image and copy and paste the old way, so as you did all the years before this. So nothing new and fancy here. AI crop fits well if you are doing some very similar shooting. So for instance, if you are taking images, let's say, of some nice fancy bags and you need to crop them all the same way, AI crop will help here. Levels is always reliable, so feel free to use levels on studio shots as well. Rotation, I don't think that it's really relevant for studio shots. Keystone, the same. Dust removal, relevant as well, so I'm going to select all the images, apply these two adjustments, levels and dust removal. Okay, looks a bit better. And now we're going to find the reference look, and I'm going to use the styles as well. This time I'm going to use a style based on match look from my set. Where it is. Yeah. Okay, so it's here. It's from the Next Gen Styles, and you can also download it in the bonus section. And so how it works. As you can see, when you hover over these two variations of the style, you see no effect at all, and that's perfectly fine, because these styles create auto create AI masks. So this style create AI as subject mask or AI BG background mask. But the color grading that you're going to get on these AI masks, you can see by hovering the style. So actually it looks really nice here, but I don't need to adjust the background this way. I'm going to adjust only the subject. And also I would like to show you another style that is also available for you for free, and maybe even I will even use it before this. The style is Portrait Cool Smart White Balance. This is a style that automatically sets your white balance and make it a bit cooler than the neutral white balance should be. So in the sense of these images, I don't think that it's really relevant, but for instance, if you're working with images like these, let's say like this one, yeah, and you would like to set some nice white balance here, and you don't know how to do this, or you don't see the right values for this particular image, so just click this one, and it is going to set a nice white balance that is a bit cooler than it should be. Because in the full set, you will get absolutely neutral white balance and warm white balance, but for free you can download the cool version, and it's actually really nice version of this style, and I use it a lot, especially for images like this. And okay, let's go back here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to apply this color grading only to the subject, like this. Okay. So I'm just looking like, do we have any technical issues or not? Could you please write in chat, is everything fine on our live stream? Oh yeah, so it's my issue here, sorry. Okay, so so what we see here, and also I see the question from Dmitry. Dmitry is asking, Alex, I use smart adjustment, but often very similar images will get different densities. Sometimes it's overexposed, sometimes under. What can be the problem? Yeah, that's the thing what I'm talking about. So if you are trying to adjust like very similar images like these, it's better not to use smart adjustments, because it's something that it's not. Such images are not intended to be used with smart adjustments. It's better to use them on images that are not similar, that have different white balance, different exposure, different various settings. So if you have similar images, just copy and paste adjustments as you always did with image editing. Okay, so we have a nice subject color grading here. I'm going to enhance it a bit with additional HDR, I think, yeah, like this, and maybe lower the opacity a bit, because again, you can always adjust the impact of a style by adjusting the opacity. And next, I'm going to create a background mask. And here for the background, I think I'm just going to lower the white balance a bit, because again, I would like to create this effect of warm, cool contrast. In general, it's very simple, but actually really robust color grading effect, so you can easily use it. Okay, next we're going to adjust the let's adjust for faces. Okay, yeah, eyes. Let's adjust the eyes, and here I'm going to show you another trick. So let's say you would like to change the color of the eyes a bit, like this, to make them, more cinematic. And the problem is that you're also changing not only the iris, but also the this flare in the eye. So to exclude it from the mask, you can use LumaRange. So using LumaRange, you can easily exclude such bright areas, yeah, like this. And best of all, this mask will also be easily copied to other images. Okay, so what we have next, let's create a single mask for eyebrows, lips, and hair, like this. I'm actually really missing the mask for the beard, but well, for now we don't have it. I'm going to increase clarity and contrast a bit, yeah, like this. So we have such an effect here, really nice. And yeah, basically this is it with AI masks. Let's see how this image can benefit from auto retouching. I think something like this would work well here, with a bit more contouring, because it's male portrait. Usually contouring works well here. Yeah, I think that's a really nice result. Okay, let's copy these adjustments, and again we're going to copy only the layers and retouching, so no other adjustments such as levels or exposure or white balance, only layers and retouching. Let's select all the images like this, click apply, and again we just need to wait a bit, and as you can see now we can see how in a matter of seconds our images are changing, and previously it took hours to adjust images the same way and the same quality. And here we have unique masks everywhere, the same color grading on all our images, and yeah, that's just fantastic. Okay, maybe have some questions. Yeah. Okay. So that's about the studio workflow, and also today I would like to talk about the landscapes a bit, because yeah, unfortunately most of recent updates about Capture One updates are more about portrait photography, not the landscapes, but I hope that in future we will see something for landscape photographers as well. As of now, I would like to show you several tricks how you can enhance your landscape editing workflow with AI tools. And first of all, I would like to show you one AI tool that most of regular people, I mean not developers, not AI developers, are not familiar with, but this tool is absolutely amazing. Seriously, it's free and it's amazing. Let me show you. This tool is called Google AI Studio. So basically that's absolutely free version of the most advanced and capable AI models from Google. Here you can access absolutely free of charge Gemini 2.5 Pro. That's one of the best LLMs in the world currently, and you can use it absolutely free of charge. Well, there is the gimmick that Google is going to use your data for training. So it's kind of like, yeah, it's for free, but you're paying with your data. But again, just don't use any sensitive data there, and this is it. So kind of like, if you're going to ask it something not sensitive or without any your personal information or something, I think it's absolutely harmless to give such data for training. But these tools here are seriously, they are best of the world, and most of non-developers are not aware of this. Like developers, AI developers, are all aware about this website, and we use it a lot, and I use it a lot, and because it's kind of like, it's an amazing way to use the top LLM models free of charge. But most probably you're not aware of them, because most of my acquaintances who are not developing AI stuff, they are not aware of this. And maybe I should not tell you as well, because now Google will close it. But as of now, it's open, and I highly recommend it to use it. And the feature is that the feature is that this website is suitable not only for text generation, but also for image generation. You can generate images here, again, absolutely free of charge. Well, for images, there are more strict limits. So basically, you can generate only maybe 5 or 10 images per day, or sometimes 15 images per day, free of charge. Well, for text generations, limits are way less strict. But again, you can do this absolutely free of charge. So let's see how we can use this to enhance our editing in Capture One. So for instance, we have such a landscape, cityscape, and we would like to find some nice image for match look to experiment with this image and color grading that might fit this image. Of course, you can just Google for some Amsterdam cityscapes, because it's Amsterdam, and you can Google for them. The problem is that sometimes images, like real photographs, are not the best source for match look, because they just don't contain enough, let's say, neutral areas that are really important for match look to provide the correct colors. So you can go there and ask something like, create an image of photorealistic image of Amsterdam, taken from a high ground, cityscape, professional photography. Like this. At beginning of sunset, let's say. Let's see what we will get. Again, absolutely free of charge. That's just actually amazing, because we're living in a time of subsidized AI. So large okay, that's the problem, that sometimes, yeah, they might fail, but actually that's the first time it failed. It always happens when you're showing something to somebody. It always fails. Okay, let's try again. Photorealistic cityscape of Amsterdam and the beginning of sunset, taken from a high point. Okay, I hope this time it will work. Yeah, the problem is that United States is not sleeping now, and that's why they're using so many That's such a pity. Okay, so yeah, things like this happen on a stream. Okay, let's try again with maybe a different description. Maybe it has something against Amsterdam right now, but no, I think it's actually mostly the technical issue. But yeah, yeah, that's definitely a technical issue. Let me see. Maybe I have some image that I generated before this. Just a second. Okay, let's get back to this a bit in a bit, because I'm pretty sure that it's just temporary. It's seriously the first time when I encountered such an issue. Yeah. Okay, I see a couple of questions in the chat. Can you do recap on the script? Yeah. So I have developed an AI scripting agent where you can register here, alexandr.com/scripts, and just ask it to create scripts for Capture One, and it will produce scripts that actually work in Capture One. Well, in case such a script is possible to create, because sometimes people are asking for things like detect sky on an image. No, unfortunately, scripts can't detect sky on an image because they just automate actions that are already available in Capture One. And yeah, and so you can here at alexandr.com/bonus, you can download two of the scripts which I have generated with this tool. One of them selects all the subject mask layers on all selected images. That's actually really convenient. For instance, let's try it here. So the same I have here. I don't have a subject layer here. Let's create it, because we need to have a layer that is called subject layer 1, subject mask 1. And now, for instance, we work with different layers, and I just run it, subject mask, and as you can see, now on every image the subject mask is selected, and we can easily work with these layers. And the second one is the one that allows me to, for instance, if there is some issues with the mask, let's say I would like to remove something from the subject mask and synchronize it with the background. So I can just remove it from subject mask or add something to the subject mask and run this copy subject mask to background. And as you can see, now it's like we have synchronized our masks. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately it's for Apple only, because at the moment scripts are available on Mac only. So unfortunately there are no scripts on Windows. Craig is asking, are you at all worried about AI taking jobs from photographers or replacing ad campaigns? Well, I'm thrilled with opportunities that AI is going to bring us. And my understanding is that AI will change the world we are living in and working in. And that's okay. I mean, kind of like, that's not something that I really wished for, but this is something that will happen. And eventually, photographers and videographers and many other professions will be replaced. But that doesn't mean that we will all lose our jobs. we will have jobs. They will be different, and that's why we all need to study AI right now. That's my personal view on this, because like the world will really change in the next several years, and that's something that we can't avoid, because it's kind of like it's like Pandora box, so it's already opened, and there is no way now to do anything with this. Yeah, but a lot of absolutely amazing things will happen as well. Okay, let's see. Let's see what else we can do with landscape photography. So, well, first of all, match look and match look styles are extremely useful for landscapes. So, for instance, here I can use the let's say this calm, balanced, desaturated look, and again, that's a match look style. So as you can see, it shows no preview over your image, but when I click, then it automatically adapts to my image, and as you can see, for every image a bit differently, but I like how it works here. And actually, this is the example where even subject and background masks also work pretty well. So as you can see here, subject and background mask can be used even for a landscape editing. So I'm going to adjust the background, well, if we could call it background, a bit differently, like this, and subject maybe a bit more warm and bright and contrast. Yeah, like this. So yeah, so this is how we can also adjust landscapes. And let's check our chart. What we have here for, let's go through all the steps. Well, in case of culling, face focus is not relevant for landscapes, but groups are. So groups are pretty useful for landscapes. Smart adjustments are in general pretty useful for landscapes. Well, they tend to work a bit less reliably than with portraits, because there are no humans in the image, but they are pretty reliable. Auto adjustments, levels 100% great choice. Rotation, keystone, dust removal. All these tools work with landscapes well. Match look, perfect. Styles, AI generation, it will work, but we just have this issue. Maybe I just need to switch to another account. I don't know. I will try. AI mask, as I have shown you, subject mask and background mask sometimes work well with landscapes. People masking, no, that's not an option, and AI retouching, unfortunately, also not a thing for landscapes at all. Let's try this image, and here I'm going to try another style that you can also download free of charge, universal soft warm look, and here I would like to apply it to absolutely different images, and you will see that on each image it will adjust it a bit differently, but as you can see, there is a consistent look. Yeah, despite the fact that we have absolutely different plots on these images, and brightness contrast is pretty different, we still have pretty kind of like similar vibes of in color grading here. So yeah, so this way you can use match look. Let me try to use the AI Studio again, maybe from the different account. Just a second, I will just switch to my another account. Yeah, let's try here, generate media. Again, photo realistic image of Amsterdam cityscape, high point near sunset. Let's see, but maybe they are just having some technical issue right now. That happens. That's perfectly fine, especially for a free service. But to be honest, it's the first time. Sorry, folks. But and also it's related to image generation. With text, usually everything is way more reliable. And actually, the text is what I would like to show you next, because we are closing to the end of our stream. Steve is asking, how do you save the Apple scripts to make them work with Capture One, please? Well, in general, it's not an issue at all, because my AI agent generate the script files, and you can actually easily open them and read them and change them. So just click Open Scripts folder. And yeah, by the way, if you have no experience with scripts at all, I recommend you to go to my website, alexander.com, and just enter script. And here is my guide on Capture One scripts. Here you will find all the detailed information about this. And if you would like to install any script, just click Open Scripts folder, copy the script file here, and then click Update Scripts menu, and it will appear in Capture One. But also you can edit any script. So for instance, like here, this is the script code. You can edit in built-in Mac script editor, and feel free to adjust the scripts that you're downloading from my agent, or create them by yourself. You can just open the script editor app, and if you know how to write Apple scripts, you can write it by yourself. Okay, so now I would like to show you several tricks that I use for working with text, and as photographer who's using AI tools. So let me show you. For instance, here I have generated, like some just generic email request for a corporate headshot photography request for 20 employers, and basically, so that's kind of like an email you could get from one of your clients, and I would like just show you how you can save a lot of time for yourself using tools like Google AI Studio. Again, for image editing, it failed us, but seriously, it's just the matter of this technical issue, because usually it works really reliable. And I highly recommend you to try this Gemini 2.5 Pro LLM, because it's absolutely fantastically capable. I mean, it's comparable to, for instance, ChatGPT 03 model, and that's one of the most advanced models here. So let's ask it, for instance, I have received such an email request from my client. I'm located in Tallinn, Estonia, and I would like, and I need you to prepare all the calculations regarding this photo shoot, how much it should cost, what gear would I need, be very specific and precise. Okay, let's write this, and now I'm going to copy paste this email that I kind of received. Let's let's see what we're going to have here. I hope that for text generation it will work. Okay. No worries. Let's just use the paid tools. You know, I just thought that it's okay to use a paid tool then. Yeah, AI Studio. It was such a great chance to promote you, but you failed me. Okay, let's use ChatGPT, and no, actually, I'm not going. Well, okay, yeah, let's use. I'm not a biggest fan of ChatGPT, but I really enjoyed ChatGPT 03 model. So let's ask the same question. And the feature of 03 model is that it's not just like LLM with some knowledge that you have, but knowledge it has, but it's more like AI agent that will Google for you everything, that will check, you see, a lot of different websites, and I just noticed that it's also checking websites in Estonia, because I mentioned that I'm located in Tallinn. So if you have some complex tasks, O3 is just perfect for this. O3 is extremely capable, not just LLM, not just large language model, but it's an AI agent that will solve this task for you. You see, it's even run a code to calculate something in this particular moment, and it will cost you, it will take about sometimes several minutes to generate such a response. You see, it has a lot of different calculations and things like this, and you will see that tools like ChatGPT can save you a huge amount of time, but if you use them correctly, because I often see things like, oh, ChatGPT is pretty dumb or something like this. No, to be honest, during the last 2 years since the release of ChatGPT, it has evolved so drastically that now it's not dumb at all. Yeah, so here we see that we have a complete list of the gear that we would need to have with the rental prices, for instance, and actually I know this particular place. It's a real store, a photography store in Estonia, where you can rent your camera and your lenses. And you see, so it's not just telling you that yeah, probably you would have to rent this set for this amount of money. No, it has actually checked the price for renting for this particular set of lighting, lenses, cameras, and so on. And also here is the full calculation, and also it included the correct VAT for Estonia, so it's currently 22%, soon it will be 24%. And I can say that, yeah, that's pretty realistic estimate for such a photo shoot. And also, it offered what we shall ask the client. For instance, there is a the full calculation, and also that maybe you should offer a client a quick call to discuss all the details. So if you never used O3, give it a chance. It's absolutely amazing model as well. It's paid, maybe it's available in the free ChatGPT plan as well, but for full featured usage without severe limits, you need to pay for ChatGPT, and that's why I initially decided to show you AI Studio, because actually there are also really capable models, but they're available free of charge. But yeah, you have seen that, what we have here. And since and so that's the first thing, you can just generate such a response to our client, let's say. But also, actually, ChatGPT is also really capable of generating images, and I'm going to use the 4.0 model for this. And let's use these same requests. So create an image photorealistic cityscape of Amsterdam, High Point, near sunset, like this. Actually, ChatGPT image generation is absolutely amazing. You most probably have seen all these takes on Miyazaki images, like maybe a couple of months ago. It was absolutely hyped thing, but actually ChatGPT image generation is very capable. Wayne is asking, when you use an AI generated image to use an landscape with landscape with matched look, in what ways do you use it differently from any other of your real photos of as references? Yeah, the thing is that when you're, well, the usage is basically the same, but the difference is that you can ask AI to generate an image that will work better with the match look. So let's generate this image, and then I will show you what I mean by this, because for instance, you can ask it to include some neutral areas, and neutral areas are really important for match look, especially if we're talking about the portraits, when we're working with portraits. So we can download this image, or for simplicity I can just make a screenshot. That's not a big deal, not a big difference. Let's find the match look once again. I just don't want to open a folder on my hard drive. It's just easier to make a screenshot like this. Let's apply, and as you can see, it's actually offered us a really nice color grading. We just need to find the right amount of impact. So initially it was pretty significant impact, so I would go with something like maybe 70, 75, yeah, something like this, and maybe try to turn off color master color balance, because sometimes it also provide better result, yeah, something like this. And as you can see, we got a nice color grading here. But now let's ask it to create, let's say, let's generate something for a portrait. For instance, what portraits do we have? Okay, maybe for some of these portraits, let's try like this: male photographic portrait with cinematic colors, include neutral gray area in the shot. Okay, let's wait a bit. And meanwhile, Andy is asking, how do I import your image styles into Capture One? Well, it's extremely simple. So let me show you. Here is the bonus. So all you need to do, there is this install styles co-style pack, and all you need to do is just to double click it like this, and it will automatically appear in Capture One. So so this way, or if you have any issues, you can always import styles and style brushes, and just select this folder as well. This is it. So double click, or if for some reason double click won't work for you, well, it happens sometimes. In this case, use the import styles and style brushes feature. Okay, I think, yeah, not sure that it will work well, but let's try. I think it's too dramatic for match look, but let's give it a chance. Okay, let's apply. Yeah, a bit, well, at a low impact, actually not bad. Actually, really not bad. Yeah, so this is how you can also use, but ChatGPT image generation is just a bit, it has some very precise features focused on providing kind of like really nice look, but not following your instructions precisely. Because like you remember, like I mentioned that like include neutral gray area. There is no neutral gray area, but the image looks actually really nice, but there is no neutral gray area here, and that's the problem. Okay, yeah, so I think that's it for today. Again, I would like to remind you that on July 6th, I am launching the AI native, become an AI native photographer live streaming course, and I would be really happy to see you all there. And we still, I think, I'm not sure, but I think we have some founder places available, and they will give you a huge discount and also one-on-one call with me. So I hope you enjoyed this live stream and learned some new things, and see you on my future live streams, because I plan to run them more often, as I think that's something that is amazing to do. Yeah. So I hope you really enjoyed our today lesson, and see you. Bye.